After our last interview, things got a little feisty about a week or so. I hope I had nothing to do with that.
No, you didn't. That's baseball, and
which I love, by the way.
Yeah, it's two teams going at it and division rivals, but we moved past that. We're coming off a tough series, not necessarily a tough series in Atlanta, but to be back home, coming off an off day, we're excited to play interleague, play a team that we haven't seen very much, and see what happens.
My wife gets mad at me because I can tell when the fights are about to break out, or bench is empty. What does your wife say to you when that stuff happens? Does she lecture you?
Yeah, she does. I get the lecture when I get home, and sometimes I can't get out of my own way. You just get emotional, but I definitely get a talking to from my wife.
I was talking to some of your players a moment ago. We were talking about Little League. Because you just assume that the Cody Bellingers of the world come out of nowhere and become superstars. But he's watching Little League, and I'm thinking, those little guys, too, they have the same dreams.
They do, and this is a fun time of year. Every year where you're watching these little leaguers and who's going to be the next Cody Bellinger or Mike Trout, and we were all in that position. And I never got a chance to go to Williamsport, but to see the genuine kind of joy and love for the game, it's good for all of us to take part in that and make us realize what got us to love this game that we play now for a living.
Well, okay, so Trout and Bellinger, they're like, what, 6'4", 6'5"? You're not that tall.
No, I'm not.
And you played Little League Baseball, and you were a Major League player. So what's your advice to these young people?
You know what? Where they're at right now is just go out there, compete, and have fun. And I think that there's nothing like being on a team, playing baseball where you fail, but you got to get back up and play defense, or you have teammates pick you up. And, when you're on that stage in Williamsport, that's something that is a lot different, that kind of the crowds and being on TV. But I just think go out there and compete and have fun.
All right, I know you have to go. Last question for you, though. As we get down to the stretch run here, the focus a little different because the last 2 years you guys were fighting for a playoff spot, at least where you were going to be situated. Now with this big lead, so what's the focus now?
I don't think, I don't think, Rick, that there's a lot of change as far as focus, because even if you look back at the last couple of years, we're trying to win every game, and that's the same situation we're in right now. I don't really care about the win-loss or how many games ahead we are in the West. We're trying to win tonight, and that's what we're trying to do. And obviously get to October and prepare ourselves that way. But if you're talking about a little bit more micro, it's make sure you keep guys healthy and manage workloads.
Yeah, and how do you like these young kids? Huh?
I love them. I can't speak enough about these young players, player development that has developed these guys, and for them to come here and really contribute on a championship caliber ball club, the veterans who have embraced them and helped them along the way. It's just top to bottom. We're very fortunate with this organization.
And they make you look like a genius, don't they?
They do. What makes a good coach is good players. So I'm just very fortunate we have good players.